The Spy, Team Fortress's stealthy and suave backstabber. Agent 47, Hitman Master of Disguise. We all wear masks, but which one is real? The one that covers your face, or the one that is your face? For these two, whole closets of masks are just part of the 9 to 5. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. You! Yes, you! Do you have people you need killed? Objectives you need secured? Payloads you need pushed? Well then, it sounds like you need mercenaries. And you've got plenty of elite teams to pick from. Team Echelon, Team Ajax, Team Citadel, the list goes on. What's that? Out of your price range? Well, we do have another. Meet Team Fortress, the bottom of the barrel VJack mercenary squad. Full of psychopaths and oddballs, Team Fortress is a laughing stock. Well, that is unless you're actually working against them. Despite their fumbling, they have a habit of falling upwards. There's a good reason these misfits got to be the last team standing, even if the majority of their career was spent fighting over gravel pits. And among these mercs, perhaps the most cunning and ruthless member was the enigmatic Spy. A Frenchman with a flair for elegance, not much is known about this masked marauder, other than the fact he makes sure no one gets away from him. Preferring to stay out of the front lines, the Spy uses stealth and disguise to infiltrate enemy lines and take them down from the inside. He wields a classic revolver and knife with deadly panache, the sharpness of the blade only matched by the sharpness of his style. He's highly adept with these, able to match other skilled mercenaries in up-close engagement when the jig goes up. In fact, he's mastered the backstab technique, and can kill virtually anyone instantly with a single stab to the back. He's got some high-tech gizmos as well, like a disguise kit he can use to perfectly conceal himself as someone else, enemy or ally. Or an invisibility watch, which, as the name suggests, can let him turn invisible for short periods. And to get past pesky security systems, he carries deployable sappers, which he can use to disable and destroy enemy technology. His invisibility watch can also operate in cloak and dagger mode, letting him remain invisible as long as he wants as long as he stands still. Not too dissimilar is its dead ringer function, which automatically turns him invisible if he gets hurt and leaves behind a fake corpse, letting him stage the perfect escape. Despite his dedication to the mission, he still can't pass up a good opportunity to swagger. When he's not killing people or working to position to kill people, he's often spouting taunts or one-liners at an enemy's expense. And he of course knows how to put the moves on the ladies. He's even fathered one of his own teammates, who he tried to pass his charisma onto. Mind you, the teammate in question was less than successful. But hey, the team did think they were gonna die soon at the time, so more pressing matters were at hand. Still though, despite his flair for killing and mockery, he still chose to spend what he thought were his last days alive trying to help out his son, who didn't even know he was his dad. So, good man, I guess? The gang would of course survive, but that's not surprising with the sort of talents they have. Spy's one of the best assassins in the world, and can quickly whip up plans to wipe out whole rooms of people in an instant, though his skill isn't without weakness. His invisibility can be shut down by any sort of liquid, fire, or anything else capable of potentially exposing him, and his tech needs a bit to recharge between uses. Still though, even without his tech, he's a fast enough quick draw to take down most foes before they can even capitalize on his openings, even being able to react and dodge waves of radiation from weapons like the Thompson 6000. As it turns out, these talents would land the Spy and the rest of the mercs in the big leagues. Forget fighting over gravel pits, these mercs can tussle with arcane wizards, and armies of killer robots designed to match and exceed them. And Spy and company still came out on top. They even took down the classic mercs, who'd eliminated the best mercs the world had to offer. Remember those Echelon, Ajax, and Citadel guys we mentioned? Yeah, they're all dead, wiped out by the classics. They had better gear than Team Fortress, better tactics, better training, better teamwork, everything, but they lost for one simple reason. They weren't Team Fortress. Spy, however, is. With a dagger in the darkness and blood in the water, he'll backstab and sneak his way to victory time and time again. Eventually, as with the rest of his company, he'd settle down into more domestic life, but his years of experience haven't left him. If there ever comes a day when Spy or anyone else on the team gets a call to action, you can rest assured they'll be ready to go before you hang up. Because behind his charm and presentation, Spy is a man who revels in the thrill of the mission, and with him working your case, The face your foe trusts will be the last they'll ever see.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be... Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? It was obvious. He's the red spy. Watch. He'll turn red any second now. Any second now. See? Red! No, wait. That's blood.
So, we still got problem.
Big problem. All right. Who's ready to go find this spy?
Right behind you.
In the city of Satu Mare, Romania, was an asylum. From the outside, the same as any other. But below its exterior was a hidden purpose. A secret laboratory where a mad scientist, Otto Wolfgang Ortmeyer, toiled away to uncover the secrets of cloning. He sought to create the ultimate soldier, the ultimate assassin, and be able to mass produce them. Agents with perfect loyalty and raw dedication, spliced together from the DNA of the world's top killers. Laughed out of the scientific community for his crackpot series, the fruits of his labors would eventually find him. Dozens and dozens of failed or half-baked clones later, one from the fourth batch would prove to meet and exceed Otto's expectations. 47. Now, while this may sound like Otto's dream come true, as a fellow self-cloning enthusiast, yes, it was. This plan was great. Wiz, you do know that these sorts of stories are obligated to end with the clones killing their creator, right? Hey, what? Yeah, as it turns out, after taking down all the other assassins he was spliced from, 47 would eliminate his own creator, making himself... my good arm! Making himself a free agent and the top assassin in the world. You okay there? Never better. Anyways, before he did his revenge killing, 47's skills would catch the eye of the International Contract Agency, or ICA, a global network of assassins seeking to recruit him. Now, one thing about the ICA is that they love to hold dirt over their operatives. The problem is, 47 made sure to keep his non-existent past clean. The dude is cold and efficient, and even other world-class assassins hit dead ends when investigating him. So, in an attempt to lock him out, the agency would put him through the hardest training modules they had, but 47 breezed through all of them. The dude's a physical beast. He's crawled out of burning buildings, treaded water in stormy oceans for 7 hours straight, and kept up with ninjas who could dodge assault rifle fire from just a barrel's length away. He's so quick on the draw, he was even able to shoot a person dead before his assailant could fire their gun after they had already begun pulling the trigger. He'd form a dynamic duo alongside his handler, Diana Burnwood, his eye in the sky who directs him and gives him heads up while in the field via a comm line. Not like he needed it. His instincts are to such a degree that he can sense and track anyone around him, even predicting their future movements. He can follow several people at once this way, even if they're in the middle of a crowd or whole blocks away. One time, he was able to time the remote detonation of an explosive so precisely that it dislodged and launched a piece of debris at just the right time and angle to go through the window of a passing train and kill his target. In addition to said remote explosives, he's got a whole lot of assassination tools. Silenced pistols, sniper rifles, combat knives, grenades, lockpicks, poisons, tranquilizer darts, garrote wires, and more. Whatever tool of the trade you can think an assassin might need, he's got it. And also exploding rubber duckies! That's not, like, relevant or anything. I just really like the exploding rubber duckies. Together with Diana, he'd eliminate countless targets, even taking down multiple Agent 48s that were designed to be his superior in every way. He's a master of all weapons. Tons of skills to help him blend in. Stealth, infiltration, the list goes on. But his true mastery is with disguises. With such a quick costume change, 47 can assume a whole new identity. One that's so airtight, only the most vigilant of people can catch on. He can fill any role perfectly, all in the name of fulfilling his mission. How did he do it, man? He's got a freaking barcode on the back of his head! And no one ever knows when he strikes. No witnesses, no extra casualties, no evidence, and deaths that look like unfortunate accidents. He has a knack for analyzing whatever environment he finds himself in to come up with creative ways of killing, like sabotaging a surgery or tampering with a parachute. In 47's hands, anything and anywhere can be turned into a deadly weapon. So when this hitman gets a mark, you'd better hope you're not the one in his crosshairs.
So what happens now?
You go back into the world, disappear,
Stay on your own and on the move. When we need you, we will contact you.
And so does.
He played his hand, and he lost. He cannot touch us now. Still, I can't believe we beat him at his own game.
If you know your enemy.
Quite right. I should tell you, the trail went dead after Romania. Our team found no records of any kind. No name. Nothing.
I think they called me 47.
That's not a name.
So make it one.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle!
Nom 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 nom. Ah!
Good morning, 47. It would seem today you have your work cut out for you. As you are aware, this shipment supposedly contains an immense amount of the rare material australium. Our client is very interested in acquiring some of this mineral, and our reports indicate this vessel is carrying it with the intent of disposal. Your window is slim, 47, and there are some very dangerous people on board with you. Tread carefully, and good luck.
I don't believe in luck.
Exterior starboard camera offline, eh? Perhaps this day will have some excitement after all. Now, where would I be?
47. The crew seem to be aware something is wrong. Be on your guard. Someone's on the move.
I work best in peace. Someone's on my trail already. They need taken care of.
Looks like you'll need some kind of keycard, 47. Try to find an officer or other high-ranking crew member.
There. That can be plan B.
Aha! More than just a stowaway, I see. Gentlemen, polling. We are currently experiencing some technical difficulties with our radio. I'd apologize, but frankly, you lot can manage.
47? 47, you're cutting out. 47!
Well, rough morning. The radio doesn't normally break like that. This is your first voyage, correct?
On this ship? Yes.
Ah, well, you get used to it.
In our line of work, you get used to a lot of things. So, how long have you been working with this crew?
A good number of years. What about you? You said you've been on ships before?
Yes. It feels like I've been doing this job since I was born.
Yes, yes. I must say, Heavy, your English is improving greatly, and I see you've lost some weight.
I think you're mistaking me for someone else, sir. Though if you excuse me, I need to use the bathroom.
Of course. The Heavy is dead? Oh, that's all right then.
Ah, good. I was hoping to see you again. The captain told me to inspect the cargo. The locking mechanism of the safe seems faulty.
Does it now? Are you sure the fault isn't with your own incompetence?
You can see for yourself, sir. Take a look.
Damn it! To hell with it!
Report. What's going on with the lights?
Ah, hello. Nothing to worry about. Just dealing with the rat.
The life flows are offline as well, not to mention the radio. What exactly are you doing?
Winning. Sorry, officer, if that's who you really are, but I'm afraid I can't take chances.
I suppose any sense of duty is dead then.
Of course, I killed it. Ha ha ha! You have breached our defenses and handled my colleagues, but I assure you, they are nothing like me. For how long have you been alone? Were you ever alone? What shadow was I? I could be here. I could be there. I could even be... Right behind you. You are an amateur and a fool. What's worse, you got blood on my suit. Go to hell and take your own cheap finery with you.
KO! So like, do you think if they scan his head, they're gonna discount on the funeral, or... Surprising as it may be, given 47's skill set, he just wasn't equipped to take down the spy. Though, in terms of equipment itself, this was a big quality versus quantity gap. It doesn't take much looking to see Agent 47 was carrying a lot more tricks up his sleeves. Whole hosts of various weapons, tools, explosives, poisons, and more. Spy, meanwhile, only had a few gadgets to fall back on. Though, these gadgets are a whole lot more impressive than 47's. While Spy's weaponry was pretty basic, stuff like the invisibility watch or disguise kit are way more advanced than what 47 has. Ironically though, it wouldn't actually help that much, with 47's instinct letting him easily see through Spy's stealth and deception. On the flip side, the Spy didn't really have reliable ways to see through 47's disguises until the Hitman attacked. Unfortunately for 47, making use of such disguises wouldn't be practical. While Spy could cloak and disguise instantaneously, 47 still needs to actually find and use disguises, something which he wouldn't have the time, let alone resources, to pull off mid-fight. Yeah, granting 47 the disguise and the drop on Spy right away would be giving one an unfair start over the other, and would require 47 to have advanced intel on Spy. Speaking of which, Spy's sapper could be used to shut down 47's comm line, cutting off a lot of his intel. Though, even with all that, it looks like 47 would take this, right? He's a way better fighter than the Spy, has a lot more endurance, and has been doing this for a whole lot longer. Not to mention how one track he is on eliminating targets. While it might at first look like 47 holds plenty of advantages over Spy, and he does, let's talk about a crucial part of any scuffle like this. Who's faster on the draw? Yeah, this one isn't really a contest. 47 could keep up with ninjas who could dodge point-blank gunfire, but you know what's faster than that? Radiation, which Spy can dodge. In the end, while 47 had a lot more history and skill to his name, Spy's reflexes and agility were enough to ensure he could get the killing shot that he needed it, even with his more rudimentary weapons. All Spy really needed was one good hit, and he'd be plenty capable of getting that. Agent 47 was one of, if not the most skilled killers in the world, with an arsenal to boot. But Spy's esoteric tech, lethal backstabbing, and frankly absurd reaction speeds were enough to terminate the Hitman. Agent 47 thought he had his opponent red, but blew his chance. Now, I see a victory for the Spy. The winner is the Spy.
Within, as you sing, you took the breath right out of my heart. You take my